All right. Good morning. A very warm good morning to everybody out here on a cold winter morning. Well, we welcome you to yet another collaborative meeting of the Toastmasters Club of Storytellers and the Leaders Connect. Let's look forward to an enriching session today. Well, have you realized that in our fast paced world, it's easy to get overwhelmed by competing demands in all areas of life, whether it is health, relationships, personal growth, work, everywhere. How do we then sail through these speed bumps in life? It is through the magical world of a balanced living. Balanced living is a concept where we want to align different aspects of our life harmoniously and lead and live authentic lives. And you would wonder, balanced living, who would, you know, who can find, or where do I find that thing, that concept called balanced living? Well, my dear friends, Toastmasters and guests, as Jenna Kingsford said, balance is not something you find, it's something you create. We have a whole lot of intriguing, interesting information to grasp. So stay tuned in because we have an expert session on enlightening our inner flame for a more harmonious life on the other side of this meeting. Well, before I hand over the virtual podium to our presiding officer, let me call out the basic ground rules that we need to follow in an online meeting, and also read out the Toastmasters mission statement. At Toastmasters, we provide a supportive learning environment where members can develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn leads to a greater self-confidence and personal growth. And in order to do that, the basic ground rules, just three of them in an online meeting. One, please keep your microphones on mute when somebody else is speaking, just to avoid the extra background noise. Rule number two, let's avoid multitasking. Let's stay focused on the meeting, tuned in, be active listeners today. And rule number three, let's avoid speaking about subjects or topics like politics, sex, and religion, which might offend the other listeners in the group. Having said that, let's open our videos, use our hands to give an applaud and welcome our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti Sani. And hello, everyone. Good morning to you. How is everybody doing today?
Amazing.
Amazing. Wonderful. Looking forward to this amazing session too, isn't it? Right. So before we jump in, and I know everybody's been waiting to hear from our experts today, but before we get to that, a few announcements and few celebrations as we are making progress in our journey towards leadership and communication. So first up, like you know, we do this 30-day writing challenge. And recently, one of our friends, Ashok Bora, he completed the 30-day writing challenge and he was awarded by a little token of appreciation by us. So let's have a round of applause for our friend, Toastmaster, not yet Toastmaster, but potential Toastmaster, Ashok Bora. Let's have a round of applause for him. And I will also show to you in my virtual background a picture of him wearing the little token that we shared with him. That's our friend Ashok. I hope everybody can see that. And next up, we also have other reasons to celebrate. Our friends won the table topics contest, which happened last week. So let's have a round of applause for our table topics contest winners too. I hope everybody can see it on my screen. From Leaders Connect, it was Toastmaster Monica Talwar, Toastmaster Charu Vashishta, and third place winner was Mohit Sahani. From Storytellers, it's Diptendu Ahuja, first place winner, Deepti Sahani, second place winner, and Ujjwal Ahuja as the third place winner. Show them some appreciation. Our top two winners will go to the area level contests, which happen soon. And on that note, I would also like to share that our international speech contests are coming up in the month of Jan. So let's start preparing for that. The eligibility for that would be level 2 completion. So there's enough opportunity for each one of us to participate and complete our level 2 so that when it comes to the time of the international speech contests, we are ready, right? And the more the participation, the more the fun, and the more the celebration, right? Okay, that's all the announcements for today. And with that, I would like to pass on the stage back to our amazing moderator for the day, which is also being played by Toastmaster Deepti Sahani. So back to you, Deepti.
Thank you, Mohit. Feels like a relay, passing on the batons. Well, thank you for giving me the virtual podium. And dear Toastmasters and friends, let's get on with today. I'm playing the role of a moderator, which is a trimmed down version of our erstwhile Toastmaster of the Day role. And I do it because we have a special meeting today, an expert session. So let me start by introducing the basic structure of a Toastmasters meeting. The basic structure of a Toastmasters meeting is divided into three main sections. The first section is the prepared speeches section. Here we have two speakers today who will be sharing their speeches on objectives according to their Toastmasters pathways. We'll also have evaluators evaluate their speeches. The second section is the impromptu speaking section we fondly call as the table topics. In that, we welcome guests to participate, volunteer, and speak on the impromptu topics shared by our table topics master for the day. And the third section, which we usually consider sacred to Toastmasters, is the evaluation section. Our evaluation section is conducted by our general evaluator. And our general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Mehak. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Mehak on the virtual podium so that she can provide us with an overview of what she'll be doing in that role and also introduce us to her team.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for inviting me on stage. Good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. It's my pleasure to serve as the role of General Evaluator for today's meeting. My role as the General Evaluator is to observe and evaluate the overall meeting flow, provide constructive feedback, and also highlight the areas for excellence as well as the opportunity to improve. Throughout the meeting, I will be looking on the flow of the meeting, the adherence to the Toastmasters protocol, as well as the quality of the meeting. However, to do this, I have a tag team that stands for timer, R counter, and grammarian. So today, I would like to call upon the stage our timer for the meeting, Toastmaster Diptendu, to explain his role.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I would be playing the role of a timer. As you all know that we have 3 sections in a meeting: prepared speeches, table topics, and speech evaluations. For prepared speeches, typical time duration is 5 to 7 minutes. A green card would be shown at 5 minutes, a yellow card at 6 minute mark, and the red card at 7 minute mark. For table topics, the green card would be shown at 1 minute mark, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 second mark, and the red card at 2 minute mark. And finally, for speech evaluations, the green card would be showed at 2 minute mark, the yellow card at 2 minute 30 second mark, and the red card at 3 minute mark. Let us do a quick run through of how the timing signals would be indicated. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you? And now can you see the change in color? All right, it's yellow, and finally it is red, back to gray and green and yellow, and finally it is going to be red. So I would request the tech master to spotlight my screen, or enable the participant to view the timing signal while he or she is speaking on stage. I wish you the very best, and with this I hand it back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Diptendu, for the detailed explanation of your role. Next, I would like to invite on stage our counter for the day, Toastmaster Ujjwal Gupta, to explain his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak, and greetings to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sound that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and, you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, including and I will also note down when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, which such as I. This means that means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expressions. Thank you, Toastmasters, and over to you, Toastmaster Mahek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ujjwal, for explaining your role as an hour counter. Next, I would like to invite on stage our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Deepti, to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehek. Well, as a grammarian, I will be noting down the good usages of grammar and the not so good usages of grammar, and possibly share some corrections. And as a grammarian, I also need to provide the word of the day. The word of the day today is authentic. In itself, the word authentic means being true to one's own personality, spirit, or character, without any imitation. It refers to being genuine and real. Let me give you a sample sentence for using the word authentic. We value authenticity and always speak from the heart. I would encourage everybody to use the simple word authentic in whatever variant of language that you would want to use. As in, you can use it like a verb, like an adjective, or an adverb. Use it so that you can get used to using it. I'll record the good usages for this word and present my reports when the general evaluator calls me in her section towards the end of the meeting. And yes, let's raise a thumbs up when we hear somebody using the word of the day. That will just encourage the speaker and also inspire others. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Mehek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for giving us an authentic word of the day. Well, now, this was our general evaluation session that was held up towards the end of the meeting, where we will provide proceedings for the whole flow of the meeting. Until that, keep using the word of the day. Be mindful about the timings, and don't forget, don't use short pauses, or don't use ahs and gums, use short pauses. With this, I would like to provide the stage back to the moderator, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Mehak. Thank you for the lovely explanation of your role and your team, introducing your team as well. Before we start with the expert session today, I'd like to call our presiding officer briefly back.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. Yeah, we do have such wonderful audience today, including a lot of guests. So how about we do a little introduction with our guests? Okay, so I do see that we have our friends from VedaQ who are the ones who are going to run us through the expert session today. So how about we first of all welcome them to our meeting. And they are both partners in a firm called VedaQ, which is into health, fitness, and astrology. So let's spotlight them and welcome them. We've got Gaurav Mishra from VedaQ, and we have got Ashima from VedaQ. A huge round of applause and welcome to our club meeting. We are looking forward to the session. And you've already heard a bit about what happens in a Toastmasters meeting. So hopefully you would also have something to take back if you attend the session today. As much as we are looking forward to your session, we would like it to be a great and warm experience for you today. Well, thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to.
Thank you, Deepti, for inviting us. Yes, shall we?
Yeah, we will start in a little bit. We have some more guests who we would like to call on the stage first. And before that, I'm also going to use my virtual background to show everybody what we are going to be talking about later in our expert session. So we have this session which we are calling as Ignite Your Inner Flame for Balanced Living, which is going to be primarily led by Ashima, supported by Gaurav. So we will have that coming up soon. And we've got some more guests, so let's call them on the stage briefly to introduce themselves and to share what brings them here today. I see that we've got Vinod, right, our friend, and already has been a Toastmaster before. So briefly, if you want to share what brings you in the meeting today, Vinod.
Hey everyone, Toastmaster has been an amazing platform for me. It is just like in another home. I love this place. Uh, I took a brief break from Toastmasters for a while. Now I'm back. A New Year is approaching, and I think it's the right time to uh, get some communication skills at my forte. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mohit.
Absolutely. Welcome, Vinod. It's a great decision to join Toastmasters back in the new year. We also have Soumya with us. Soumya, would you like to share with us what brings you here today?
Uh, Hi, hi everyone, and thank you, Mohit, for inviting me to this session. I had joined Toastmasters, different Toastmasters earlier in the year, and I enjoyed the experience. It excitement both. So looking, and now that I've moved into the area, so I'm looking for. Yeah,
Okay, great. Welcome, Soumya.
creating
Your
that and
voice.
joining a new club.
Yeah, okay, welcome. Your voice was breaking up a bit. I don't know if it was only for me, but we get the message and we would look forward to having
Yeah, I think
you.
I have a little bit of internet issue.
Sure, sure. Okay, and next I would like to invite on stage Rohan. Rohan, would you come forward and share with us a little bit about yourself? While we are waiting for Rohan, Sweta, would you like to come forward and say a little hello to everyone? You're more than a guest, but
Sure, why
always great
not?
to have you.
It's always great to join, I would say, Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, because it doesn't feel like I'm coming to another club. It feels like I'm always coming to family. And always learning a lot. It's always a learning experience for me whenever I'm here. And lots of takeaways I take from here, and stories, as the name of the club is. Lots of stories to get inspired from, to learn from. And I just thought that, okay, what to do today? And just I thought, as soon as I thought, I saw the link for your meeting, and I said, okay, let's join this meeting. And there's a very special session today, I saw. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And all the best to the speakers today. Looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweta, for those encouraging words. And Sweta is herself a lot into spirituality, and I'm sure you're going to love the session which is going to follow. Okay, I think those are all the guests that we have, and I'll hand over the stage back to Deepti. I'm just going to take a moment to welcome Seema Gupta, who's actually formally joined us as a Toastmaster this week. So a huge round of applause for Seema as she starts her Toastmasters journey with us. All right, okay. I'll hand over the stage back to our moderator of the day. Back to you, Deepti.
Thank you, Mohit. So without much ado, let me invite Ashima and Gaurav on the virtual podium. And while you spotlight them, let me briefly introduce what they do. Well, our session will be led today by Ashima herself, who's a founder of the wellness company called VedaQ. Together with Gaurav, they provide and they conduct one-to-one sessions, healing sessions for physical and emotional ailments. They conduct workshops. Their clientele includes companies like Gale India, forums like Fiki Flow, and schools like APJ. They've been doing, they've been circling around and getting people to deep dive and heal in areas of well-being and balanced living. Ashima herself is an Ayurveda practitioner and a gut health expert from the Jain University. She's completed her postgraduate studies in yoga at the Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, and she's certified in food and health from Stanford University. She's also a weight management coach, certified coach, if I may say, by Emory University, and she holds an MBA from the Mumbai University. We are glad to have you on board today, both Ashima and Gaurav. The stage is all yours, and we are all ears. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
just
Deepti.
That's
Yes.
one quick thing for the timer to note. For the special session, we have a total time limit of 30 minutes. If you could show the green card at 15 minutes, yellow at 20, and red at 25, we'll like to start the Q&A after 20 minutes or so. Thank you. And yeah, over to you, Ashima.
Thank you, Deepti. Thank you, Mohit. Thank you, everyone here. First of all, I would like to thank Deepti and Mohit both for giving me this opportunity. And so I've been running my venture with VedaQ from last 12 years, and I'm a 40 years old woman. I have a kid who is 7 years old, and important thing here is this, that what I preach with my brand, that health is just not about going down on the numbers and reducing inches. It's more a lot how well you can manage your stress, how much easily you can carry your day. Do you feel sluggish post meals? Do you feel like to sleep, or like you start your day like a little bit irritated? I don't have energy, I don't feel like to go for my work, I don't feel like to get up in the morning. So these are the important health factors that should be considered. Can we play the presentation here? Yeah. So, yes, Mohit.
Yes, you can share the screen and play the presentation. There is a share button.
Yeah.
if you have difficulties, then we can have our tech team to play it if you share it with us.
Just a minute. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. I guess there's some little bit challenge.
We can see the presentation, Ashima.
I'm not able to move my slide here.
Yeah, it went to the next slide now.
Yeah, got it. Yes. So what do we preach at our brand? We evolve a person's health as per the season, right? So Ayurveda says that a season is divided into majorly 4 parts. So right now, most of us have been experiencing, I'm considering that most of us are experiencing winters right now. So I've seen many people that when they want to reduce the weight, they go for like salads, they want to eat anything that comes at the cost of the health. And when the season changes, so for example, when the season will shift to summers now, they will have like acid reflux or maybe acne on the skin. So this is a very comprehensive wellness program wherein we talk about an individual health, not only in terms of weight loss and age loss, but a person should be like really productive with his or her work, or maybe if it's a student with his or her studies, because a better health turns into better relationship. For example, entire day, if I have been experiencing migraine, headache, or maybe acid reflux, definitely my mood would be not in a good shape, right? And who will be the sufferer? The person with on whom I can take it out. So a better health is really important here, so that you can work better, you can study better, you can maintain a relationship among all those your loved ones basically. And this health doesn't come only in the terms of food, but your workouts also. A wisdom of food also we provide. For example, white peta, that is the white pumpkin in winters is coming here. A person, we teach them like how can you eat it, how you should eat it. For example, you have arthritis and the social media says you can have it for the weight loss. I would rather suggest do not have it. Apart from that, do this for the weight loss. It will not affect your joints. So that is the wisdom of the food we provide here. Another thing here is that we provide workout guidance here. Just a minute. Yes, we provide workout guidance here. For example, a person who is very lean, the challenge is I cannot gain the weight, but I still feel lack of energy. Or maybe there's another, and on the other hand, there's a person who is like quite plump or maybe obese, or maybe a person who is like very go-getter. I want to achieve my results when it comes to weight loss, inch loss, energy in the morning. But what should be the workout regime? So here the knowledge of the workout comes. As per the cosmos of the body. The body cosmos is what? Your kapha, vat, and prakriti. For example, who is a vat person? A person who is like very dynamic when it comes to creativity, who loves to do drawing or want to come up with something new in the market. That person will have like lot of ideas, and when a person has like lot of ideas, that person is not able to sleep properly in the night because the mind is always juggling with like what should I come up, what is the right permutation combination. In that factor, the vat plays a role. Your air content in the body goes up, so the workout guidance will be given to them as per their cosmos. That is the vat. I would rather suggest go for yoga asanas, go for grounding exercises, go in the park, come and connect with the nature. On the other hand, a person who would like to stay back at the home when the weekend comes, I would like to have a high calorie food, a couch potato. I would like to talk about my relationships. I want to talk about my feelings. Right? A workout guidance will be different. I would rather suggest to go for the gym, go for the running, work out your calories, burn out your calories. So this is the thing where we teach how the workout should be done as per your cosmos. If it's Vat, Kaph, Pit, because one thing doesn't fit everyone. Saradon may not suit everyone. Maybe some other medication for the headache will work for Deepti, not for me, right? Also, we provide ancient knowledge of health in coexistence with modern health parameters. What does it mean? For example, a person has an acid reflux and that person is in the office. Definitely, I would not suggest to have a soft water because it will not give the quick result and the meeting is in just next 5 minutes. So at VedaQ, we teach how the modern health parameters can be combined with the ancient knowledge of yoga and Ayurveda, so get the best of the result as per your health concerns, your health preventions, your health parameters and goals. How the framework works. It comprises of activity, nutrition, hydration, and mind. Activity means your cosmos. Should I give HIT? Should I give a power yoga? Should I give vinyasa yoga? Should I ask a person to go into the park, burn the calories, go for running, or may not be just take a yoga mat and burn your calories on the mat? That depends on the cosmos of an individual. Nutrition, here important thing is nutrition. Why? Because what we eat and with what mindset, that shows in our body. Someone would say that cucumber suits me, and on the other hand, the other person would say it doesn't suit me. So why deep knowledge as per your prakriti, Kaph, Vat, Pitta, the nutrition plan is formed wherein you will lose inches, if it's required, or maybe you gain weight if it's required as per your health goals and objectives. The nutrition plan is made. For example, I've seen many people these days, they would like to have okra, that is bhindi, in winters. And if you remember, like down the line 15, 20 years back, it was not available in winters because it will provide taste, but not swasthya. It will not give you health, right? Rather, a person who has joint problem, or maybe a person who experiences stiffness in the joints when she wakes up in the morning, okra will not be a good option to have it. Similarly, the nutrition plan is also made wherein your arthritis, your migraine, all the health concerns are considered, and then the combination of food or the herbal water, that is like a really spike in social media these days, is given. Hydration. Now, I would like to ask, like many of us, and I've seen that many people drink like 3 to 4 liters, even 5 liters of water. Like, what is the actual parameter? They even so don't know how much water should be consumed in a day. So here, quick tip here is that just check your first morning urine. Definitely it's dark yellow in color, little smelly. And as the day passes by, if your urine gets whiter in color and there's no smell, then you don't need a lot of hydration. Now here how VedaQ works. For example, someone comes to us and say, I feel thirsty entire day and I have no problem with my urination. Then few yogic kriyas will be taught so that that thirst, unnecessary thirst, the dryness in the throat, the dryness in the mouth should go away. And the mind. And the mind here is what goes inside it, reflects on your entire cosmos, reflects entirely on your work, your thought process, the way you talk, the way you carry things, the way you carry relationships. So here we plan things wherein you go for like detoxification from your social media, maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes before you sleep. And yogic kriyas are taught that provides like really peace with your mind. Definitely nothing works in a day once, because nothing you have developed in a day. A gradual practices of these yoga kriyas, nutrition, activity, and hydration comes in a long way and gives a bigger picture. That's why this plan has been divided. Okay, that's why this plan has been divided into 4 seasons. You can have a look like season 1, season 2, season 3, and 4. So right now it's winter for most of us. So this plan will be running from like December, January, and February, wherein the yoga kriyas, hydration, mindfulness activities will be given to you as per the season. Now you may wonder then how come like mindfulness activity as per the season? Because this is the season where you need like a lot of heat in the body for your monthly cycle, for your better sleep, for better metabolism of the body. So yoga kriyas, for example, Surya Kriya will be taught to you. And when the season switches from winter to another, like your, it's switching to like your spring, March, April and May, because then you might have analyzed also that is the time when you feel like a lot of energies, cough, cold comes into the picture, because your cough that you have developed in the winter starts shedding out of your body. So again, the food that will not increase the cough, astringent food like apple, pomegranate, strawberries and berries will be given and added in your meal plan, so that you can consume them, lose your inches if it's required, gain energy, and you can be in queue with your season. Why all these things are important? Because you need to have a fat loss. For example, a person out here says, one day at the end of the month, my weight goes down by 5 kgs. Another month, if I have mangoes, it goes up by 2 kgs, because you're not into the fat loss regime. So the activity with season will be planned so that you have fat loss, strength in your muscles. Muscle strength, how it works. For example, someday the lift doesn't work at your office place. Just an example, hypothetical situation, and you need to get up and climb stairs, and you at the end of the day or maybe the other day you are complaining, I have a backache, I have like tightness in my hip muscles, because you don't have muscle strength. And you may wonder, I've been following a good diet plan, I've been working out, still why I'm experiencing all this, because you have not developed strength in the muscle, you have not developed a better energy level. That's why this program has been divided into 4 phases combined together as per the season. And how do we provide this session? We provide like giving your one live yoga session, because VedaQ has been offering all the live sessions from last 12 years. I would not say this, but COVID has been a blessing in disguise for us, because teaching yoga earlier before COVID days was a little challenge when it was like online, because people used to wonder, how can I learn online? But now they are learning it just like that. Also, a one live session will be provided to you with 3 total live sessions in period of 3 months, so that I can check, our trainers can check how are you going about here with your yoga practices as per cosmos of your body, kapha, vata and pitta. And we interact with the participants at the end or maybe the mid of the weekends of this any particular month, so that they can discuss their health challenges, and we can also keep a check if they're following up meal plans or yoga routines or not. So that's how we provide yoga services. This is the thing. So I would suggest that just give us one chance and just try our services, how they help actually in giving a good health parameters, not only in terms of inch loss and weight loss, but your mental health also will improve. You will look much way younger than your age. You will have like better energy level in the morning, especially after having meal plans, what you have at your work, at your offices, your schools, your home. That is the thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashima, for not only sharing details about the program, but also giving us a glimpse into what are the kind of things and information that we can seek from the program under your guidance. Let us open
Hi,
up
good morning.
the
Hi,
session. Yes, for questions.
good morning.
Good morning.
Where is your mommy?
All
Where
right.
is
Any
where is your
questions?
daddy?
Yeah, I have one question.
Sure, Neetal, go ahead.
So I have been working out and doing my diet like since 10 years. I don't see any difference because of whether I need to change my food. I consistently have the same food every day.
Every day.
And I don't see any difference. It's the seasonal fruits that are available. I pick it up. In a mango season, I eat mangoes. In corn season, I eat the corn. So I don't see any significance that you need to change the food based on the season. It's the seasonality that is available in the market.
No, but have you been working out?
Yeah, I've been working out.
Like what kind of workout do you do?
So I do Art of Living Kriya, I do Ashtanga Yoga, I do gym, I do rope jumping, running, walking. So it depends on my mood on that day I do it.
Have you been like workout regime and your sleep pattern? Do you
Yeah,
sleep?
I sleep like 9, 10.
Okay, and
Depend on my work, but mostly 7 to 8 hours of sleep I get.
That's a good thing. See, you are right with your question that you have been eating as per season, still you're not losing the weight, right? That is your question?
No, I don't see any. I'm not saying I'm not losing the weight. I said I don't see any significance of changing the diet as per climate.
Yes. See, then the gut could be the thing. Because, see, if you have been eating as per the season and you cannot see the significance of it in your regime in terms of energy level, and you cannot make out the difference of this point that health comes when you eat as per the season, then the gut could be the thing. Because if the gut is not healthy, you cannot absorb the entire nutrition from the food what you eating as per the season. It goes out in the motion. It goes out of your body when you pass on the feces, right? But how it works, a person who eats as per the season, that person, if I talk about a female body, will experience a better health in terms of periods, less cramping, less pain, energy levels post meal. Do you feel sluggish after meals?
No.
Feel like to sleep? How are you? Are you like little good with your energy when you wake up in the morning?
I usually am.
Okay. And what about your like cycles and all? Your
Yeah, I
cough
usually
and all,
like
everything is good?
yeah.
Then have you been
Mhm.
eating as per the season since like long?
I mean, seasonal availability, like fruits I'm talking about, rest of
What
the
about
diet will be same.
vegetables? Vegetables?
Whatever is available in the market.
So
Market.
Ashima, yeah, I think I'll take the opportunity to moderate the question answers. Maybe what the question that Neetal is trying to bring out is she's been eating seasonal vegetables and fruits. So she doesn't have a question as such, but probably to the point that, where you call out that we need to essentially change our eating habits according to seasons. She just wanted to know more information about it. Um,
Okay.
well, that's the point. I think just more information on consciously changing. So whether it is really required to consciously change when we see that nature already provides us
Correct.
with the seasonal, fruits and vegetables out in the market, and so
Yes.
yeah, that's the thought. I
Yes, a
think
thought.
is
Yes, a thought.
yes.
Yes. See, earlier, few minutes back, I had mentioned that gone are the days when watermelon was not available in winters. Now
Hmm.
it's present with all that red color. It's quite sweet in taste, entire annual year. I would say a person who eats watermelon in the winter, nothing will happen then and there. The things happen gradually. For example, I have been taking vitamin B12 supplement. Why seasonal fruit and vegetables come into picture here? I've been taking vitamin B12 because the doctor suggested and my blood markers suggested I've been low on that, right? So doctor gave me a course of 3 months and it went up. Obviously, I cannot go with that supplement for the entire year. I have to give a break. So when I gave a break, after a period of a month or could be a two, my energy levels went down. Again, when the doctor asked me to get my marker checked, and I was surprised, like why my B12 is down because I had been on it for quite a I had not been eating as per the season. Maybe my gut was not good because maybe I'm eating palak, spinach in the summers because it's available now, or maybe I've been eating pomegranate. Maybe I'm a curve person. It may suit me, but I'm a very lean person. I have like lot of thoughts in my mind. I've been eating pomegranate. I should not eat it. And then I wonder why my B12 have been down because I've been taking the supplement. That's why the seasonal vegetables and fruit are important so that your gut becomes healthier gradually and you absorb the nutrition from the food and the supplements if you have been taking it better. There should be a better.
Yeah, that's right. So probably, Neetal, what Ashima is trying to say is that while
Yeah,
you
got it.
might be aware, yeah, that's right. So for the rest of us, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to summarize that why, because everything is available all the year round, we fail to recognize, what is the right food for that season. Okay,
Yes.
especially the Gen Z. I am so we come from some experience as of growing up, but for the Gen Z, it's a good idea to be aware and conscious of what fruit or vegetable belongs to which season.
To this, I
Yeah.
would like to add one more point. For example,
Mm.
many of us eat ragi entire season because it's very good for weight loss. It's like a bundle of calcium, right? And maybe I'm not a milk, I don't like milk, and definitely milk has no more of calcium, right? The content is quite less, and I don't know from which source it has been coming. So people do not have knowledge, and they take it in June, they take it in May, and a person who struggles really badly in the morning for the morning motions, or maybe feel bloated after meals, still taking ragi because that person is not aware that you should not take ragi. For example, if summer, you should go for jowar, you should not go for bajra, you should not go for ragi. In fact, people combine lot of grains these days with raw salads, and then they eat and then they complain, I've been eating good, still I'm feeling acid reflux, I'll feel bloated in the morning, I feel bloated by the end of the day, maybe after lunch, because you do not have that wisdom of food, which grain can be combined, which grain cannot be combined. In the morning, maybe I had paneer paratha, and in the night maybe I'm having chicken. Again, a dairy product with the milk source of protein should not be combined. Nothing happens in a day, a week, or a month. It happens gradually. A bloating is not a one day affair. A bloating comes into the picture after like a gradual wrong combinations of food, or maybe the timings and the portion of the food.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ashima. You hit the nail on the target, especially with me by quoting ragi and eating it in summers. Okay, we have Monica with a question. Go ahead, Monica, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashima, for the great session. So much learning today from you, because I think we have been, taking by our own consciousness the best decision about our diets, but eventually we don't understand, the concept that you taught about the body cosmos and the seasonal, food choices. They may be happening unconsciously, we are selecting it, but we are not making any conscious decision. So I have a two question here. One is regarding me. Like I have been struggling for the weight loss for a quite long, since after my pregnancies. And recently I started to observe the blotting thing is happening a lot with me. If I look at my eating habits, they are quite good. Like, I would not say the best, but yes, my eating habits, in the sense that there is a somewhat routine to it. Of course, it would get broken here and there, but few things I've been adhering to for a long. It helped in earlier, but now it's not working like that. My weight is not, getting impacted or reducing, and this blotting thing is happening. So when you talked about the food choices and the body cosmos, like selection of your physical activity also, again, I need some more inputs on that. Like for a person like me, what should I be considering and conscious about choosing, as a layman, what choices should I make? Like what kind of activity can I do on regular basis without being worried about? Right. And second question is regarding this mixed grain thing. My mother-in-law is diabetic, so we have since long we don't eat that gehu,
Regular.
directly, but we do mixing, right? I add four more grains into the normal gehu itself. I would add ragi, jowar, and that chana, right? That's what been prescribed to her to have it. Now, when you say that mixed grain is has to be chosen appropriately with the season, I would need your input there also, so that I can be sure, like I'm providing the better nutrition to the family also. So these are my two questions.
Right. So I would like to
I
answer
think
the second question first.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. First of all, Ayurveda suggests that grains should not be mixed because the stomach gets confused. Should I digest wheat or should I digest ragi? What Ashima just had, because Ashima just had a combination of ragi and wheat chapati, right? Or could be a pancake made out of it. So the grains should not be mixed because when the stomach gets confused, it takes longer duration to digest that particular food. And what happened? Start developing stored into your fat pockets. If you have a tendency, more percentage of adipose tissue, what we term as fat cells, and you may experience sluggishness after eating the food, or you may feel little tight while passing motion the other day, or you may feel bloated, a kind of little headache, that is not a headache because your food is not being absorbed and digested by your body. Now, the grains that should not be mixed are all the grains. None of the grains can be mixed. But if I talk about a diabetic person first here, like your mother-in-law, the best thing is you can give her this chana flour, that is horse gram flour, besan ki roti, mixed with wheat. What should be the proportion? It should be 4:1. 4:1 is gram flour is to wheat flour. 4 times. The gram flour should be 4 times of the wheat flour. But it may constipate a diabetic person or maybe non-diabetic also because we don't know how much is the physical activity. So what is the best thing combination to have it? Adding a grated vegetable to it. Now how the nutrition works here when it talks about seasonal eating. Carrot is coming, right? The red carrot is coming. Orange is no more in the market now. Grate the red carrot with a fine grater. It will be like a finer julienne of carrot will be there. Squeeze it and just mix it, or maybe just combine it, stuff it into the combination of 4:1 of gram flour is to your wheat flour, and then make a chapati or a paratha of it, and then have it. Once the food has been taken in that form by a diabetic person, ask that person to go for 100 kadam. We call it a 100 kadam, 100 steps, or maybe a multiple of 100, 200, 300 steps post meal so the sugar doesn't spike. Now, the combination of ragi, wheat, chana flour should not be taken. Ragi has to be the winter food first thing, a whole ragi. It should never be combined with wheat because ragi, jowar, bajra, they all are gluten-free food. Wheat is a gluten food. And the stomach gets confused. Should I digest gluten or should I not digest the non-gluten food? Right? So never mix your gluten food with non-gluten food. Never. Right? Expensive breads. This is ragi bread, highly expensive in the terms of prices, right? I bake my bread, so I know that because wheat is a gluten, right? So another thing, if you experience like bloating, what you have just mentioned, just check on your food timings and the portion of the food. If you're having brunch or a breakfast at 10 in the morning and the lunch at 2, because my dietitian has suggested the maximum time by 2 you can have your lunch. There's a no gap. By the time the first meal is digested, the another one has been poured by us, and the stomach is like, can you complete all the 10 files in a day? When you're about to leave office and your boss comes, come and just finish these five more. You cannot do. The productivity will go down because you feel really stressed. The similar thing happens with the stomach. By the time the first meal is being digested and absorbed by the gut, the second meal has come, and I wonder how much work should I do. There's no break. I'm not getting the rest, and the bloating starts happening, or maybe the acid reflux, the pain that we feel here. Yes,
Right.
and if you and a person and an individual who experiences like weight gain just like that. I ate a slice of mango, I'm up by half kg. I ate a mango, I'm up by 2 kg. I had like emotional eating today because I had a breakup, or maybe my boss yelled on me or someone yelled on me. I had a chocolate truffle and my weight is up by 3 kg because your strength of the muscles are not good. Yeah, because strength is not good, that's why metabolism is not good. My age is increasing, that's my metabolism is also growing down. And I wonder, I've been working out, why my weight is going up? Just a slice of mango I did, it was not a good day because you have not developed the strength in the body. Now, if I talk about a person like you, I would suggest the framework of your workout should be yoga because it provides inner strength, but not just Hatha Yoga, a combination of Hatha Yoga plus Vinyasa Yoga, so that Hatha Yoga provides flexibility in your muscles because you're going up with your age. So does every one of us. And a Vinyasa Yoga will shed down your weight with the combination, right combination, and the portion and the timing of the food. And like if you have like 2 days in a week, go for the cardio practice. What could be the cardio practice? A brisk walk, and if you like to run, then go for run or maybe a swimming. This should be your workout pattern, and it comes very handy, right? You should not be like stressing out yourself. Today I have to do this, do I have to do this? No. A very well planned Hatha Yoga, Vinasaka combination, and 2 days in a week a cardio practice. It could be Zumba also if you have good knees and joints. If you're good with your supplements of vitamin D and B12. That way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this clarified a lot of things. Thank you so much.
I think
Thank
these are
you.
all unscientific and baseless. Nothing, in a scientific basis, nothing. You can eat any food anytime. It will not affect. The stomach doesn't know what is going inside.
Okay.
Your
We value, yeah, we value what you say, Satish. Maybe we'll set up a debate format in one of the future sessions and then invite, yes, absolutely, which is a healthy way to actually bring out the best of anything that we want to convey. So we'll certainly do that. Mohit, please make a note. That would be an interesting session to look forward to. Mehak, you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
We will just take it up as the last question and then proceed with the meeting. Over to you, Mehak.
all right. So I've been following with intermittent fasting for a while now. And I've seen that once when I'm following it up, I am on a weight loss or something, inch loss kind of thing. But whenever I stop it, I feel that again I'm on my normal weight or a regular weight like I've been following up with. And then it just balances out. There is no, like, I'm not fit or something. It's not happening. So if I switch on to seasonal fruits and following that pattern, would there be something like this if I stop eating it in a while and then again there would be like I'm on again on a something again on a routine journey again like what I am today. So
Yes,
would there be
yes.
a difference that would be made from seasonal and because there are many things we can try out if we are going on a weight loss something kind of thing.
First of all, to this, I would say intermittent fasting should not be a patterned way of life. It should be the lifestyle for an individual. Earlier, for example, if I talk about Jain community, why I'm mentioning this community here? Because they are the people who follow intermittent fasting, that is termed as IF these days. Okay. Majorly, even without realizing that they have been following this lifestyle since so many years. Intermittent fasting is what? It starts from the sunrise until your sunset, right? And if you're eating for a particular pattern of IF, intermittent fasting, for a particular period, it will give you a weight loss because you have not been following this lifestyle earlier, maybe after that, right? You follow it for a particular set of like days or a window is there. If you want a good weight loss with help of intermittent fasting, you need to follow it for your entire life, majority part of the life. How does it work for you? For example, you wake up in the morning at 6 and you close your dinner by the sunset. If it's summer, maybe 7:30. If it's winter at your place, maybe 5:30 is the last window of the eating for you. How the seasonal thing comes here. When you open your food window in intermittent fasting, the right combination of food, for example, you make a smoothie that has spinach, strawberries, banana, guava. The combination of fruits and the vegetables is prohibited because it bloats a person. You must have been experiencing if you have had this smoothie anytime. Have you ever taken that? No, okay. So if a wrong combination of food is taken in IF, it bloats a person or the acid reflux is there, or maybe a smaller portion or the larger portion will give the same thing, bloating or the acid reflux. Now, if you want results, a longer good results in terms of weight loss and inch loss when it comes to intermittent fasting, do it for a good time of 6 to 7 months so that your body adapts it. By the time your body adapts it, you must be getting bored because I have a like committed dining out with my friends or my family, and then you break the ritual. Now, if you want to break the ritual of intermittent fasting and still not going up with your scale, make it a habit of dining out once in a while with your friends and family. It could be like one of the days of every weekend because that is the culture these days. But for the rest of the days of a particular week, follow intermittent fasting. Never eat like post sunset when it comes to intermittent fasting, but you need to sleep early. A person who follows intermittent fasting, why that person gains weight when he or she stops it? Because the sleep patterns come into the picture. If you're just imagine if you're sleeping at 11 in the night or maybe 12 in the night, you're closing your dinner at 6 in the evening, there's a huge window of 5 hours or 6 hours by the time you close it, and the melatonin has been released by your brain. It suppresses your digestion rate because that tells your body you need to go into the rest mode rather into the active mode. And when you do not sleep on the time, the metabolism starts going down gradually. Everything happens gradually, right? A person who faces PCOS or PCOD, majority of them, it has been done the research. You can check on PubMed that these people do not sleep on time, because when you do not sleep on time, your hormones are at the toss. And when the hormones are at the toss, the metabolism is definitely affected. So if you want to experience a good weight loss when it comes to intermittent fasting ritual, following it, then follow it for a longer duration of time so that your body adopts it. It experiences it as a habit, not a ritual of a week, 2 week, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, like that. Make it a habit first. Do
So
not
I do
use
that.
it as a way to lose the weight. Make it a habit.
Yeah, I do that. Like I'm Jain, so I follow that rule from my childhood. So by 6:30, our dinner is closed.
Wow. Thank you. Mehak, hope your question was answered.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Shweta. We'd probably have, if Ashima and Gaurav are okay, we'll have more questions towards the end of the Toastmasters meeting. Let us now proceed with the remainder format. Thank you, Shweta, for accommodating. Well, and thank you, Ashima, for the conscious living tips that you've been giving us throughout the session today. Having said that, let's move on to our first section, that is the prepared speeches section. As we have two speeches today. I'd like to invite Monica as a first speaker. Will you be okay with delivering your speech first, Monica? Sure. Okay. So let me invite Monica's evaluator, Toastmaster Neetal, on the virtual podium so that she can read out the objectives for Monica's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti. So today we have Monica, who is attempting her level 3 elective 1 speech from the Pathway Visionary Communication. Elective 1 is connecting with storytelling. And the purpose of the speech is, the purpose of the project is for the member to practice using a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Here, Monica will be considered a story in her speech, and it can be a fiction or non-fiction. So back to
Thank you,
Toastmaster
Neetal.
Deepti.
Do we have the title for your speech, Monica?
Yeah. Should I or should I not?
Should I or should I not?
I told she should.
Okay, let us do a quick audio video check for you, Monica. Tech Master, please can you spotlight Monica? I see a gray screen. Right, Monica, can you please say after me, I'm all set.
I'm all set. I'm all
right.
set.
Awesome.
And can we have a timer being also pinned?
Yes, that is what I think that's the gray screen I was seeing actually.
Super.
All right. Toastmaster Monica, should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? Toastmaster Monica.
Should I or should I not? When was the last time you stuck in this situation where you were asking yourself, should I do it or should I not? With the raise of hand, can anybody please share if you have been into such situation ever? Right.
Everyday scenario.
Right. There would be certain situations where this decision, this dilemma, this challenge you are facing every day. But there will be certain situation which has a capability to transform you completely. And what do you do in those situations? Let me take you through my past, how I behaved in such situation. It was July of 2022. I don't remember the date. We had just opened after the COVID. And I accidentally entered into the meeting of Toastmasters. I was fascinated. What is it happening? Is it a show? How are these guys narrating? It seems like this is some virtual program going on. Somebody comes and say his title, he speaks something, then next person would come and say a title and say something. I was enjoying it for sure. Oh, this is funny. This is interesting. And I had recently learned about life skills. So I was any which ways very enthusiastic to observe people speaking and also learn from them. And I also wanted an opportunity to speak. But when such opportunity appear, I would be into the dilemma. Should I or should I not? Same thing happened that day. Suddenly, some concept was announced about table topic. Table topic? What does that mean? The rules were told. I thought I have understood those. First person came and gave the speech. The thought in my mind was, should I give the next speech or not? Shouldn't I participate? I was getting the courage. I was trying to get the stamina. And finally said, okay, I'll go next. I had a rush of adrenaline in my body. I felt my hands getting sweaty. My voice was getting a little trembling. I was nervous. I was curious. But I had crossed that level of should I or shouldn't. And I decided, yes, I'll do that. I gave my speech enthusiastically. And that day, very proudly, I completed my speech in 2 minutes, 45 seconds. And I was so very happy. I spoke on first topic impromptu for 2.5 minutes. Wow. More than 2.5, in fact. And I was so very happy. And when the results were announced, when the evaluation were done, I got shocked. I had crossed my limit because I didn't hear the rules properly. Then second evaluator said that I use so many ums, unnecessarily uttering words that didn't make sense. And I was suggested to use pauses. What? Really? Pauses? Won't that make others feel that I don't know what I'm speaking? That one conception got broken that day. And this one day, my choosing, my shouldn't that day, helped me to transform my journey afterwards. And today, I am so very happy that last week when the competition held, I was able to reach to a great milestone. That was a major win for me that I can share with this audience. But here, what did I do? I learned out of it that there is ABCD of making a success. So when you are into a situation that should you or shouldn't you should think about A as authenticity. Accept yourself the way you are. Authenticity is a gap between what do you truly believe inside and what you present to the outside world. Nobody is judging you. You are the only one who's judging yourself. Be yourself. And that's what I did that day. And that's what I did yesterday, last week itself. I was authentic. Second is believe in yourself. Because as Tony Robbins say, your belief has a power to create you and your belief has a power to destroy you. It's about you, what you choose. You're not doing it for anybody, but you're doing it for yourself. So believe. C says curious for uncomfortability. Put yourself into those uncomfortable situations which challenges your gut, which challenges your personality, which challenges your current you. So be curious to understand this uncomfortable situation. And the D, devotion. When we hear the word devotion, we strictly, directly go to the spirituality, but know the devotion to your own growth. As Bhagavad Gita also say, universe is residing in you. If you're not working on yourself, if you're not devoted to your own growth, everything else will fall flat. So whenever you are into the situation which pushes you to a dilemma that should I or shouldn't I, remember this ABCD. And now I ask you, what would you do when you are into a situation which asks you, should I or shouldn't I? Thank you.
I don't know about the others, Monica, but I'll certainly refer back to the ABCDs that you just shared if I'm caught in a situation where I'm thinking, should I or shouldn't I? Thank you for the lovely speech today. I'd request everybody to share their feedback for Monica's speech on the chat. Words of encouragement, words of improvement. I'm sure Monica is open to receiving all from you. Timer, please note, we'll do this activity for quick 1 minute. Timer, Diptendu, is 1 minute up. Thank you, Diptendu. Let us now tune in to the second speech for today. The second speech for today is by Toastmaster Mohit Sahni. I'd like to invite Mohit's evaluator for today, Toastmaster Deepti, on the virtual podium to share his speech objectives. Imagine me with a virtual cap of an evaluator. And here I am. Well, our speaker for today, Toastmaster Mohit, is going to present his level 3 speech from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. The theme is Connect with Storytelling. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. We wish Toastmaster Mohit the very best of luck for his speech today. And we'll see him on the other side in the evaluation section. With that, I pass on the hat back to the moderator for today. All right, Mohit, let's do a quick audio video check for you. Can you please say after me, I'm all set for the speech today?
I'm all set for the speech today.
All right. Would you want to remove your virtual background for your speech?
Okay. Yep.
Thank you. Toastmaster Mohit, Secrets of the Gupt Society. The Secrets of the Gupt Society, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Truth be told, for the most part of my life, I have lived a life of limitation, limited by time, limited by energy, and limited by possibilities. I'm not sure if some of you can probably relate. When you do things, you think those are right, but then life comes back to you with the same setbacks, struggles, the same stress. Does it ever happen to you? Well, if it does, I have good news for you. See, some of you know that I recently moved to a new house. And it's been a monumental change for me because the house that I was previously living in was the one where I was born. That's how big this change was for me. It had been about 3 to 4 weeks in the new society, a nice guarded, gated society with all the modern day amenities that any house these days has. And just last Saturday, as I was finishing my morning walk, I met this guy. He is a bespectacled, lean, tall guy who just walked up to me and said, "Hey, fellow walker, how are you? We are now neighbors too. How about you join me for tea?" And before I knew it, I was sitting with Mr. Sharma over tea. Mr. Sharma shared with me a few things that I didn't know about the society, like the nearest exit, the cheapest hair salon, and other such stuff. And then he asked me, "But I hope you know the reason why our society is called the Gupt Society." I'm the kind of person who usually is very careful about the names of the things, of the places, of the people. Why is something called what it's called? But here I was, one of the most important decisions of my life, and I had paid no heed to why our society was called the Gupt Society. You don't know. Okay, so let me tell you, Gupt means secret, and our society is full of secrets and mysteries. Something new, something mysterious unfolds every other day. For example, that guard, the guard, Chand, he knows about his previous birth. Not only that, many others of his family member do too. And they even meet their families from the previous carnation. And you know what? The apparitions of deities show up in the gardens if you walk there at midnight. I was aghast with what I was hearing, but Mr. Sharma continued. Okay, closer home. When you are back home, look at your dining table closely for a few minutes, and I bet you will realize the visual illusion that's omnipresent in our society. I went back home and I was already thinking about various other such experiences I'd already had in the 3 weeks that I had been here. And then I thought, okay, let's do this experiment. I started looking at the dining table from my bedroom and I looked at it for a few minutes And what I noticed is that it turned by 90 degrees. All this was giving me a lot of stress by now, and a, a splitting headache too, actually. So I thought it's best to take a nap. I took a nap, and then I was woken up only when the doorbell rang. It was my son, Tanav. Now, whatever had happened, all these secrets and mystery stories, I did not want to share this with my wife and my daughter, knowing that they're very faint hearted. But with Tanav, I shared everything. And as any other teenager would, Tanav said, "Oh, I think you've lost it, Dad." And then he went. Our day passed, and later in the day, Tanav came back from gym, and he was like, "Papa, come aside. I have something to share with you. What you were sharing about the society is actually true. There is a temple near the football ground, and it is said that anybody who visits the temple at sunrise is sure to have their wishes fulfilled. Also, the visual illusions are also correct. The lampposts, which appear straight in the morning, show bent at night. Oh, all this was making both of us quite crazy by now. And as we were having dinner that evening, my wife looked particularly upset, and she was like, "Hey, you haven't stepped out of the house today. Set a good example for the children. Take a little walk outside." I was like, are you kidding me? I did go out for the walk. I met Mr. Sharma, had tea with him, and you're saying I didn't go out? I was home all day. You didn't step out at all. And we came home late last night, and look, you're still wearing the same clothes too. I realized that I was indeed wearing the same clothes that I worn last night. It was late after a few extra drinks, and was what she was saying was right. I only woke up when the doorbell rang. Oh, friends, what happens in our reality is basically a manifestation of what happens in our mind. I had sowed the seed of mystery, and that's what I was seeing become a reality. And not only for me, for my child too. Mind is a powerful tool. Let's use it carefully. And as humans, we have the power to change what we think. So, tomorrow, when you step out, and if you have this thought of not having enough time, not enough energy, think again and change your thought. Will you do that, Toastmaster of the Day?
Thank you, Mohit, for that spine chilling story on a wintry morning where I just barely see the sun peeping through the trees hovering over my house. Well, I would ask everybody to please share their feedback for Mohit's speech. And timer, please note we'll do this activity for a quick 1 minute. Thank you, Diptendu, for that cue on time. Let's move on quickly to our table topic section. And in the paucity of time, I would like to ask our timer how many can we go ahead with our table topic section? Timer.
Let's say 3. We would be taking around 3 minutes per table topic. So it would be good if we can wrap up by 12:15. So let us go
Sure.
with 3.
Sure. Thank you, Diptendu, for that precise number. So I'd like to invite our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Neetil. Please come to the virtual podium.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti.
Yes,
And
stage is yours.
And it's my pleasure for conducting today's table topic. So in view of time, I'll just start with the topic as we are already aware of the rules and the impromptu speaking. So I would like to invite the people who did not get a chance to speak today. We'll start with Vinod Sharma.
Sure, Nitin.
Yep. So I want to continue with our theme of the day or the special guest. So what does, Vinod Sharma, what does living a balanced life mean to you? What does living a balanced life mean to you, Vinod Sharma?
Balanced life to me means being able to prioritize important things in your life. It's your job. It can be your job, health, family, and being able to work with all these things. Uh, balancing balancing all these things can be difficult, but if done with uh, pre-thought, it becomes easier. uh, it can be through planning about all these things, and uh, being able to take help whenever required. Balancing can be difficult at times, but if done some thought around it, then it becomes easier. So for me, balancing is all about managing all the important priorities in your life. Yeah, thank you so much, Nikhil.
Thanks, Vinod. Yes, it's all about balancing, and as and the goals for next year too. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Dipendu.
I would love to speak, but somebody will have to time me. Or I could time myself.
Okay.
I'll time myself, yeah.
Okay. So Toastmaster Diptendu, what's your favorite way to celebrate small wins in your life? What's your favorite way to celebrate small wins in your life? Toastmaster Diptendu.
Ladies and gentlemen, whenever we set a goal, the goal usually is big and it is time consuming. Say in a year from now, I will crack a competitive exam. Say in 2 years from now, I will get that promotion at my workplace. But during the course of achieving the goal, we achieve many, many, many smaller goals. For example, navigating a lot of ambiguous situations, keeping our head calm when the work pressure increases, knowing how to deal with people while we are on a journey to attain a goal. There are so many small wins that we encounter while achieving a big goal. And of course, in equal measure, if not more, we encounter lot of small defeats as well. For me, it is not about celebrating small wins. It is not about treating myself to a good meal or going out with friends or gifting myself a smartwatch on a small win. For me, it is merely about recognizing a small win and knowing that I'm moving in the right direction. Let that be the gift for yourself when you are able to recognize the small win, derive confidence out of it, and you continue moving on the path towards attaining the bigger goal. Thanks, and back to Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diptendu. Yes, everyone has a way to celebrate, and it's a must to celebrate the small wins, but not forget the long-term goal. So I would like to call upon Shweta, Toastmaster Shweta. She has raised her hand.
Yeah.
So Toastmaster Shweta, your topic is, if your inner flame were a color, what color would it be and why? If your inner flame were a color, what color would it be and why? Toastmaster Shweta.
Just to inner, I didn't got that.
Inner flame, we say, right?
All right, perfect. Thank you, table topic master. What matters is not what lies outside. What matters is what lies inside. Isn't that what reflects on our faces? Isn't that what reflects when we meet someone? Isn't that what reflects when we smile? A full smile tells not only the color, but why I should be only one color. I want to be the rainbow. A rainbow which has happiness, which has tears, which has lots of doubts sometimes, but which has clarity as well. But if I have to speak, the rainbow also happens because of the white light passing through a prism. So I am that white light who is passing through the prism of life, having the colors of rainbow. And that rainbow I really love. This white light that I carry in me works through me. This white light that I carry in me works through me for the wonderful purpose that I'm here for. The divine is not anywhere else. It's within all of us. It's within everyone. And I hope it becomes one with all of us, because that's what matters at the end of the day. The rainbow that I exhibit right now is the prism of the experiences that I carry with me. It's the prism of the person or the human in progress that I am. And I hope I exhibit this whenever I meet anyone, because this white light is not here to stay, but it's here since infinite times and will be here for infinite times. Let's be the rainbow in everyone's life. Over to you, table topic master.
I'm speechless. It looks like the topic was meant for you.
Thank you.
So a time check, can I take one more?
Sure. Let's go for two more. It's just 12:05. Let us suppose till 12:10, 12:11.
Yeah, sure. So I would like to call upon our guest to be soon to be Toastmaster, David. So David, topic for you. What is one lesson from the past year that you want to carry into the new year? What is one lesson from the past year that you want to carry into the new year? Soon to be Toastmaster, David.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Neetal and everybody here. The one thing that I want to carry with me into 2025 is actually two things. One is my time for family, and the second is my time for Toastmasters. So the first is something that I've already done. I relocated actually to Gurgaon, Delhi sometime late last year. Early this year in 2024, sometime in Jan. But I couldn't stay there longer. So because my family, they weren't 100% up to it. So it's been about 25 days. I relocated back to Bihar. And I'm going to be spending the next 5 years here till my son grows up and becomes possibly 6.5 or 7. And then my little daughter, who's only about 5.5 months old, I would like to spend a lot of time with her, so that by the time she's 5.5 and 6, I have spent about at least 80% of my familial time with them before they go to school. The second is, now that I will be on a very long sabbatical, I have all the world's time with me, And I'm going to employ and use 2025 as the year for communication. And I'm going to try and give at least about 200 speeches right through 2025, so that I get to meet a lot of people, get to listen to a lot of people. I get to learn a lot from everybody. I've already attended about 10 or 15 meetings so far, and I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. It's a perfect balance. I have all the village food here, and it's nice, it's clean, it's green. I get the smell of cows, buffaloes, goats, chickens, ducks, everything. It's beautiful. And I think family comes first. Thank you, and over to you.
Wow, amazed to know about your plans of new year and what you would like to do for the next 5 years. And you have a very clear goal. I'll definitely work on mine. So, Toastmaster Seema, the topic for you. If you give yourself one gift this new year, what would it be? If you could give yourself one gift this new year, what it would be? Toastmaster Seema.
If I ever get one gift, then what would it be? Well, this is the question, which is something quite interesting. And the gift which I want to give to myself would be certainly becoming an exceptional and expert, a mentor which I am already. But yes, of course, the best version of myself by enrolling myself in one of the courses which is internationally recognized and which would help me to further enhance my skills to serve the best to the community. Because what I feel, it is the right knowledge which, if applied by following the right process and then practiced to perfection, would make a person stronger, powerful. And someone has said, knowledge is power. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the right knowledge is power. And it's not only me, it's not only the person, everyone. Rather, the spiritual books also talks about. So the gift that I would love to give myself is enrolling and becoming the best of the best, of course, and serving the best and be the best version and make this world a better place to live in by contributing best of the best through my right knowledge. Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks for sharing your vision, Toastmaster Seema. And definitely, we should all work to become the best version of ourselves in our respective skills, respective work area. So I'll take one more and it would be last. So I would like to call upon Toastmaster Mehak.
Okay.
What is the best advice you have received for starting a new year? What is the best advice you have received for starting a new year, Toastmaster Mehak?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ethel, for giving me this beautiful topic. What is the best advice that I've received in a new year? Well, I must say that I have a person who gives me the best advice, and he is none other than Toastmaster Mohit, present here in the meeting as well. He always have advised us whenever you are entering in a new session, in a new year, or starting something new, always follow the writing practice as well as the writing habit. I remember when it was the COVID and we started on a very rough phase that was in 2021 and 22. We started on with a mission of 30 days writing challenge and writing something that something new that we have been learning or every day. So we had this website called How Is Everything, and we used to write every day what is something that we are learning in a day or whatever we wish to write for that day, anything that could be. So that's how our writing practices start. And It was in the new year that we started making a habit and we were writing every day. We all have that website published, and now whenever we go back, we read our blogs, we see that how useful it is to write, to share your views, to clear your mind by writing. So I think this is one of the best advice that I've always got in a new year, to start writing. Maybe it could be a planner. You can start with a to-do list, writing something that maybe gratitude practices at night, or your habits that you want to improve, habits that you have improved, or something like this is all that we have been doing. And every new year we take up one advice from him, that what we are supposed to write in that particular year. So I'm really grateful to him that we have followed his advice, and I'm sure for this new year as well, I'm going to start writing again. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Neil.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for sharing the secret. I would love to follow it in this new year, and will definitely keep asking Mohit to help on it. So I would like to hand over the stage back to our moderator for the day, Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Neetal, for that wonderful array of topics, and the wide range you covered today is super food for thought for all of us. I'm sure all of us have made a note, and we'd like to create our own write-up on the topics that you shared. Thank you, Neetal. Well, let's move on to our general evaluation section, and I'd like to call Toastmaster Mehak on the virtual podium to please conduct the session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti. Welcome to the general evaluation session. First, we will have the speech evaluations, and for which I would first like to call on stage Toastmaster Monica, speech evaluator, to present the evaluation report for her speech. Next up, we will have the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Mohit. So I would like to welcome on stage Toastmaster Nital to share her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. So today I had honor to evaluate Toastmaster Monica's speech. So her speech title was Should I or Should I Not? And the purpose was to tell a story in the speech, or a speech to be a story. And I should congratulate her for covering it pretty well. She had started with a story and a question, and then took up a story from her past experience. And I was able to visualize how the start of Toastmaster journey for her was, and I could relate it to my journey. Throughout the speech, she was talking from her heart. She was trying to convey the message in the most simple language and in the most passionate way that I could relate her story. She has covered many aspects of how the Toastmaster journey started, with the table topic, with the evaluation, and how she took the feedback and did not give up on it and worked. And she has won the contest last week, which is a wonderful journey that she had over a period of 3 years or so. There was an emotional engagement in the speech. She has covered her happiness, her victory, and her defeat as well. And she quoted quotes from Tony Robbins from the Bhagavad Gita. And she has a flow in her speech, and she has showcased us what is an ABCD of her speech was. There were few areas which she can work on that I could come up with. The one is pacing. Her speech was somewhat at fast pace in places, and somewhere she was trying to focus and take a breath. So she can pace it well. That's one thing that I could think of. And I felt the structure of the speech could have been much more better. I want to challenge that to her. Come up to try the same speech again if she wants, and to have it in a better structure. As the quotes were moving one from other very speed that I could even digest, and it was over. and uh, the vocal variety. Yeah, she can also work on the vocal variety. A low and high speech module would do a wonders to her speech. Overall, a wonderful speech, and she could complete her path, uh, pathway, the elective speech, where she could tell a story by her speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mike.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neetal, for sharing your views on Toastmaster Monica's speech and sharing a beautiful evaluation for her speech. Now, I would like to invite on stage Toastmaster Deepti to please share your evaluation report for Toastmaster Mohit's speech.
Thank you so much, Mehek. Well, this is going to be tough for me, not only because of the person for the speaker um to whom I'm giving the evaluation, but also because of the content or speech shared today. What a visual treat in storytelling today done by our veteran Toastmaster Mohit. Uh, the speaker in Mohit, you took us, you actually very authentically brought the narrative to life. You employed hand gestures, facial expressions, and even movement in your limited space to engage the audience and keep them hooked. I'm sure everybody will agree that these non-verbal cues were very powerful in conveying the emotions that you wanted to convey. And it immersed us totally into the story. What a beautiful painting of the imagery of the bespectacled Mr. Sharma. I'm sure every time I walk into the park now, I'm going to look for one. And the illustration of illusions with a bent side pole or a rotated dining table. Well, you've already sown the seeds of such illusions in our minds, Mohit, with the powerful storytelling that you did today. Even the title was very intriguing, and it totally justified the story. Secrets of the Gupt Society. It made me think, what is it that Mohit is going to cover in the speech today? And lo and behold, it was a spine-chilling story. What I've also learned after listening to your story is the fact that dark stories can convey a message as much as a positive story. Every time I think about a zillion thoughts that cross my mind now, I will remember the scare that you gave me with your story and correct my path. So thank you for that powerful lesson that I learned today. It is indeed a challenge for me to bring out the recommendations, but I would like to share a few suggestions and challenge you to incorporate them in your next speech. The first suggestion that I'd like to give you is of using tone and pitch to present voice modulation in your characters. So you add a little drama. You did it very well for your wife when you increase the tone and the pitch, but for characters of your son and Mr. Sharma, just try and incorporate and change the modulation. I think it will just add to the storytelling skill. And yes, when you were in a state of shock, that's the second suggestion. When you were in a state of shock, show that shock. Take a pause. Let the audience stay with you. With these two tips, you're on your way to becoming a master storyteller, Mohit. All the best for your next speech. Back to you, Meg.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for sharing such a detailed evaluation report for Toastmaster Mohit. Now, we will move ahead with the report from the CAT team players. So first, I would like to call on stage our timer for the day, Toastmaster Diptendu, to share his report.
Thank you, Madam Gentle Evaluator. So here I am with my timers report. Today we had two speeches One by Monica, second by Mohit. Monica spoke for 7 minutes, 17 seconds, 60 milliseconds. She used a very significant chunk of time. Clearly, she was prepared. So well done, Monica. Mohit was just a shade over the cutoff mark, which is 7 minutes 30 seconds. So in total, Mohit took 7 minutes 33 seconds, 99 milliseconds. But of course, it was a spine chilling speech, and we can come up with many more objectives. For me, it was just as if I was listening to the narration of a movie. Fabulously done, Mohit. Moving on to our table topic speakers for today. Vinod Sharma spoke for a minute and 15 seconds. I, Deeptendu, spoke for a minute and 25 seconds. Shweta, with her mesmerizing speech, and I would concur with Neetal that I was also in a trance while listening to her and did not change the color of the card. And Shweta actually spoke for a minute and 56 seconds. So well done, Shweta. David spoke for 1 minute 58 seconds, and I think all the speakers have done fabulously well when it comes to emotive storytelling, visual storytelling, be it Mohit, Shweta, David, and others. Seema spoke for a minute and 23 seconds today, and Mehek spoke for 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and I really appreciate that. As speakers, we should try to push the envelope and try to craft a speech utilizing maximum amount of time. So yeah, Mehek was almost there with 2 minutes 10 seconds. On to the speech evaluators today. Neetal delivered her evaluation in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Interesting part to note here was the recommendations started at 1 minute 40 seconds, and she spoke about the recommendations and summarized the speech in the next 1 minute. So well done when it comes to pacing the evaluation. So Neetal, 2 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Deepti as an evaluator was just a shade over 3 minutes 30 seconds. She delivered her evaluation in 3 minutes 32 seconds 50 milliseconds. Now, of course, the point to be noted here is that the recommendations started at 2 minutes 28 seconds. And of course, the next 1 minute was spent detailing the recommendation. And of course, I think she was aware that she is pushing the envelope far too much, and she hurried with the ending of the evaluation. But of course, all these are learnings. That is why we are here. And one message that I'd like to leave all of you with: timer, grammarian, R counter, etc. Doesn't it feel good when you can just depend on these role players? My video was off, my audio was off for a better part of the meeting. It is just that the timing signals appeared when they had to appear. And I have experienced that with many others in Toastmasters Club of Storytellers and Leaders Connect, that I can just depend on the timing signal to appear when it is supposed to appear. So that is another thing that we learn here at Toastmaster, how to be the object of someone's trust. And when we are on time, we gain trust of people. With this, I'd like to hand it back to Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Diptendu, for sharing such a detailed evaluation as the timer. Now, let's invite on stage our counter for the day, Toastmaster Ujjwal, to share his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster and General Elevator Mac. First of all, coming to prepared speeches part, I cannot see any or R in Toastmaster Monica's speech. And same thing for prepared speaker Mohit. There was zero or R in the speech. Only while narrating Mr. Sharma, ya was used one time by Mr. Mohit, if that is allowed. During the table topic, Mr. Vinod Sharma used a number of times. It was more than 7 or 8 times he used a that needed to be taken care. Mr. Dipendu table topic speech was flawless, zero or R. Table topic Shweta, Toastmaster Shweta also didn't use any or R, but I was used repeated many times. Toastmaster Mr. David used a 6 times and ba 1 times. during table topics, Toastmaster Seema didn't utter or and 0 times, so it was a flawless. Also, during table topic, Toastmaster Mehak didn't use any or so again 0 and flawless speech was there. During Nital's Toastmaster Nital's as a evaluator for during the evaluation used no words like or are, and Toastmaster Dipti during evaluation used 1 times a. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator Mehak, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ujjwal, for sharing your report as an hour counter. Let's give him a round of an applause since it was his debut role and he performed it very well. Now let's have on stage Toastmaster Deepti to share her report as the grammarian for the meeting today.
Thank you, Mehak. Due to paucity of time, I'll read out the top 5 great usages of grammar or sentences that I observed today. In her session, Ashima used the word gradual practice. Very well used. Thank you. Ashish Agarwal quoted golden nuggets. I think it's a beautiful idiom. Thank you for sharing it. Monica, in her speech, used rush of adrenaline. Thank you for that idiom. Mohit, in his speech, used the word aghast. That touched me somewhere. Thank you. And Diptendu, using the idiom or expression just to shade over the time limit. I think it's very well placed. Thank you for that. The not so good usages of grammar, I noticed in majority, it was the subject verb agreement is where we falter when we speak, which means that the subject, which is the person, place, or thing, does not align with the action word following it. To quote the example from observation today, situations has capability. Situation is the subject and has is the verb, but they don't agree because situations is plural and has is is a singular form of the word. So the correct usage would have been situations have capability. I'd encourage everybody to practice subject-verb agreement by reading aloud and maybe underlining the subject and the corresponding verb as an exercise. Thank you. With that, and yes, the word of the day, authentic. I did hear usages by Monica and a few of our friends here, but I'd like everybody to use it more. We'll do it in the written group chat when we log off from the meeting today. With that, let's go back to you, Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepti, for sharing the beautiful report as the grammarian. Now it's my time to share the report from the whole session today. The session today, which was conducted, was both enriching and engaging for all of us. Here are some of the highlights. Something that featured very well was the beginning with Toastmaster Deepti as the Sajik Accounts, introduced us to the Toastmasters mission statement and shared the ground rules for the meeting in an aligned manner. She then handed over the stage to Toastmaster Mohit, our presiding officer for the meeting today. He brought a great energy to his role while he showcased and announced certain parts of the session where he welcomed the new members who joined the club and also felicitated the winners for the 30 Guest Challenge as well as the Cable Topics contest. He even announced that we are going to have an international speech contest in the upcoming week. His warm and professional approach in the meeting today was something to take back and was a welcoming atmosphere for every one of us. Introduce the guest and felt and make them feel like home in the meeting today. So kudos to Toastmaster Mohit for setting the tone for the meeting and the environment for the meeting very well. Moving on to Toastmaster Deepthi, our moderator for the meeting today. She seamlessly uh, continued her role. Well, there was any transition that was being happening. She did it very nicely and introduced us to the flow of the meeting and to the special session as well. The session was a true highlight where we get into the topic of the healthy habits. Thanks to Toastmaster Mohit and Toastmaster Deepthi for organizing such a beautiful session, and the speakers Ashima and Gaurav, who shared such authentic and informative presentation, touched upon the crucial aspects of healthy habits, how seasonal variations in eating habits, lifestyle was something that can be practiced for an individual and could help us in our future lives, considering the environment changes and the climate changes happening in the country. It was both an insightful and an informative session for all of us that left us all inspired to incorporate healthy habits in our lifestyle as well, which is the need of the hour today. Moving on to the prepared speech session, there were two beautiful storytellers, speakers in our club, Toastmaster Monica and Toastmaster Mohit, delivered exceptional speeches. I could see that two beautiful leaders sharing beautiful stories together. And there were beautiful evaluation that was being conducted for both of them. I am sure that they are going to take back certain valuable insights from their evaluation so that they could improve upon in their next speeches forward. The table topic session that was being conducted by Toastmaster Neetal was again a fantastic session. She brought such well crafted and relatable topics for all of us that beautifully aligns with the theme for the meeting as well. That was balanced with the theme about healthy habits and how we can improve upon the mindset and the lifestyle as well. Coming upon to the tag team players, Timer, R Counter, and Grammarian, they did a commendable job. Our Timer shared the timing cards appropriately whenever there was a speech or a cable topic. The R Counter mentioned the filler words and how we can improve upon it as well. And our Grammarian shared the precise and the valuable advice like how we can improve upon our vocabulary and the grammar, as well as shared the word of the day. Overall, the meeting was excellent. There were so many learning opportunities, plenty of things to take back and introspect for our lives, coming from the Healthy Habits coach as well. The session was very well organized, very engaging, and very insightful. So many questions were being asked. This shows that how the session was so insightful with the audience, and the audience could take back so many things because the session was plain, simple, and beautifully aligned with all of us so that we can take back so many points of introspection for all of us. One area for improvement for the overall meeting would be the time management. Let's ensure that in future we start on time and so that we can end the meeting on time to maintain our momentum and energy throughout. All in all, it was a fantastic session filled with meaningful takeaways. Let's continue to strive for in the future meetings and let's meet again on Sunday. With that, I would like to present the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mohit, to carry forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mehak, for you've summarized everything about the meeting so well. And I know we are a little over time, so I would just like to take a couple of feedbacks and then we will wrap it up. We will be announcing the winners offline today. I'm already sharing the link in the chat, so please take a moment to fill out the best role player and best speaker, best evaluator, and also provide any other feedback anyone may have. I will take some feedback from our guests today. So let me start with Soumya. If you are there, would you like to share a few words?
Hi, I'm not sure if my if you can hear me now. My internet was
Yes.
okay, great. Yeah, so thanks for inviting me to the meeting. I felt it was a great session. Usually like Zoom sessions are hard to keep focus on for, for the entirety of 2 hours, but this one was different. I felt it was very engaging, and there were great storytelling and cool insights also, I mean, with Toastmasters, there is definitely a focus on storytelling, but what I appreciated about the session was that there was a lot of knowledge sharing and different perspectives too. So that was really good. I'm glad I decided to attend this one.
Sure. Thank you, Soumya, for sharing your feedback. We would love to have you again. And are you already a Toastmaster or?
No, I joined Toastmasters when I was living somewhere else earlier
Okay.
in the year. Now I've moved, and I'm looking for the new club.
Sure, sure. Okay, okay. Wonderful. Thanks again for your feedback and keep joining our meetings. We would also like to hear from other guests. Satish, if you are there, would you like to share a few words of your experience? David, would you like to share how you felt being part of the meeting?
Yeah, the meeting was great, Mohit. Absolutely. Any Toastmaster meeting is a delight, and there's so much to learn from everybody, and everybody brings a host of goodness and amazing things to the meeting. So there's always something to learn. I particularly learned so much from VedaQ today because food and acid reflux has been a part of some of the things that I've been ailing with for a while. So yeah, it's beautiful. I hope I can attend. Like I said, 2025 for me is the year for Toastmaster meetings, and I want to be at the top of it and just be at the top of my game.
Great. Thank you, David. It's always a pleasure to have you part of our meetings, and good luck with your New Year goals. Okay, so as we come to the end, I would just like to share that we believe that each one of us is an expert in our own areas, and we don't probably know it. And that's where we bring people from within the club, outside the club, so that we all can develop that confidence and speak for longer duration in the Toastmasters meeting so that we can replicate the same in the real world, in our offices, in our corporates, in our businesses, wherever we work. So that is the intention behind bringing experts in the session. And you're all welcome to talk to our club officers, and we are very happy to arrange such sessions again. Also, to call out to everybody in the guests, do share your feedback. If you see value in these expert sessions every once in a while, then we would have it going the same way. Otherwise, we are flexible to change. And that's where the feedback comes in. So if anybody has anything else to share, I'll open it up. Otherwise, I presume you've all filled out the feedback form, and we are good to close the meeting. So anybody has anything else to share before we close?
I would like to, Toastmaster Mohit.
Sure, Shweta.
I just want to say I've come after a long time for the whole meeting, I would say, but it was literally a very great experience today. Both the speeches, as you always bring a kind of a surprise element in your speeches and everything, but I loved the table topic session as well. And like the topics were so good, so rich, and so like you have to like think and speak. And but anyways, once the flow is there, it's there. And everybody, all the role players, whether it was their debut role or whatever, it was not looking like it's their debut role, and everybody did so very well. I just have to say it was quite a learning experience, specifically the special session that you put. I wanted to ask a question, but maybe some other time. It was like really a great session to take away some learnings for our health, definitely, as everything is connected, physical, mental, and everything. So, great session, and it's always overwhelming experience for me to be in storytellers and a lot of takeaways. So thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, and lots of love to the club. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sweta. And yeah, one of the things we focus on is leaders connect. We want to connect people from within and outside the community of Toastmasters, and that's where VedaQ comes into the picture. If any of you has any questions, I'm very happy to connect you with the VedaQ team. And also at this point, I want to share that there's one more interesting session coming up, which will be led by Gaurav, who was one of the partners of VedaQ. He was present in the meeting today. And this one is going to be all about aura. So we will plan it out. You will have the details soon. So watch out for that one. But next week, there's another important and interesting session coming up by Toastmaster Seema, which is all about storytelling. So we are all looking forward to that too. And Seema, this would be your first session as a formal official Toastmasters member. So we are all looking forward to that. And we are also there to support you if you have any questions or anything you would like to do, plan differently. So yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement that we are all going forward with. And another interesting and important session comes to a close. So thank you once again, everyone. Have a good rest of the weekend, and we will be in touch. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas, everyone.
Yeah,
Happy
bye-bye.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.